Here we go again. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is a new video about old video that I had filmed, I think in November of, no, probably September of 2018. Oh my gosh, it's early in the morning. This video is about the totally useless toy, which is a TUT for short. It's a little robot that's entire job in life is to turn itself off once it's been turned on. So you switch it on, a little alarm comes out and switches itself off. This is a kit that was designed by the Cybernome Robotics team 2013. It's manufactured and distributed by Osborn Models. I came across this unit as a demo for the company that I work at. So I didn't pay for this, but they didn't give it to me to do this video. I just like to make videos, and that's what this video is about. The video is most definitely not a how to build this robot kit. This is more of a video about how it's built, not how to build it. It's a great little kit to build. You don't need a whole lot of tools to do it. I probably had a little more than I needed, but I have it, so I use it. I didn't finish it off anything but gluing it together. I didn't paint it, didn't apply finish to wood or anything like that. All the links will be down in the description where you can get these, and I must say that the instructions were very clear. I would have made this a how to build video had I not goofed up when I built. I goofed up some of the wiring, so it didn't quite work out. You'll see that later in the video. Yeah, thanks again for watching, clicking on this video, and if you're looking for one of these cool robotics kits, then I definitely suggest you check out the description and maybe the comments. If you'd like to see more content like this, leave a comment. For this build, I needed a soldering iron, solder, helping hands, Phillips and slot screwdriver, hobby knife, white glue, 2 AA batteries, wire strippers, a damp cloth, a rubber band, a sanding block, and a ruler. Okay, let's get started. First, we'll unpack the wood parts, components bag, motor gearbox, and instruction manual. With a quick review of the instruction manual, I'm going to unpack all the parts to get an overview. Opening the wood parts, I have the hatch, the top plate, back panel, front panel, right panel, left panel, bottom panel, battery holder, limit switch, green wire, black wire, red wire, sticker sheet, toggle switch, wood spacers, and screws. Following the steps in the manual, first up is connecting the motor assembly and limit switch to the wood bracket with screws. The next step is assembling the motor arm, placing the desired sticker on the arm, and attaching the arm to the motor output shaft. The next step is measuring and cutting the wire to length listed in the instructions. It's a good time to grab the soldering iron and get it up to temperature while clamping the toggle switch in the helping hands. Now on to wiring the switch according to the directions. Follow them very closely and check them twice. Next step is making the connections from the toggle switch to the limit switch. Next is making the connections from the toggle switch to the motor. This is where I made a mistake. I soldered the motor wires backwards. I didn't discover my error until the final test. Thankfully, it was an easy fix. Next is soldering the battery box to the toggle switch, and now building the box. It's pretty straightforward, applying glue to the joints and sticking them together. Once the front, left, right, and bottom panels are glued together, it's time to put the mechanics in and attach the back panel. I cleaned up the excess glue using the damp cloth. Next step is installing a toggle switch into the top panel. I'm dry fitting this panel into place in case things don't work and I need to make changes later. Next, attaching the hatch arms to the hatch door and then attaching the arms to the side panels. Everything is assembled and it's time to put the batteries in and test it out. As soon as I install the batteries, the robot comes to life, but it's not working right. The switch is already in the off position. I thought maybe I installed the switch backwards, so I take the top panel off and rotate the switch 180 degrees, and now it seems to work. The hatch is catching a little bit on the side panels, so they need to be sanded down a little bit so the door can open freely. And I thought I had it working perfectly, until I noticed, when I took the batteries out, that I have something wired backwards. That pusher should stop right there, and it's not. If I do this and then press the button, it'll stop. So what I did was I looked at the wiring schematic and discovered where I goofed up, and I goofed up in a place where I can't change it because it's been glued together. And what I did was I wired the positive to the top of the motor and the negative to the bottom. So the motor is moving backwards. So what's happening is when I flip the switch, it's supposed to be coming up and it's going down. So to overcome that, and I knew when I put it together that when I flipped the switch, it was in the on position. So it was backwards. Anyway, let's fix this. So you can see when I take the batteries out, it takes the load off. So it wasn't working properly in the first place. And I kind of knew something was goofy. Because it's already glued together and taking it apart would be damaging. And I can't get at, let's turn this light on here. And unfortunately, I can't get at the motor to solder that back together. I'm just going to reverse the polarity on the motor up here. So I'll be able to put the switch in properly and everything will work perfectly. Fixing the wiring mistake was easy enough to do, just by swapping the red and black wires on the toggle switch and rotating the switch 180 degrees back to the original position. Once the robot is tested to work properly, I applied the stickers, then glued the top panel into place with white glue, cleaning up the excess with a damp cloth. A rubber band held things together securely while the glue dries. Once again, if you'd like to grab one of these kits, the links are down in the description, and it helps out the Canadian Cybernome Robotics Team 2013. They're still a thing, they still do their competitions, and yeah, links are in the description. Thanks for watching. We will see you in the next video.